I cheated on my husband and expected a screaming match, a brutal divorce, maybe even revenge. Instead, he stayed calm. Then he sent one email, and my entire life collapsed without him ever raising his voice. Betrayal. Diaries here. I thought the worst part would be getting caught. It wasn't. The worst part was how easily everything collapsed after. I'm 36 now, but this all started when I was 34 and convinced I deserved more than the life I already had. I was married to a man who never gave me a real reason to complain. 12 years together, 2 kids, a house people complimented every time they visited. He handled the bills, showed up for every school event, and somehow still found time to make Saturday morning breakfasts like it was a ritual. And I got bored. Not unhappy, not neglected, just bored. That's the part I hate admitting the most. The affair started at work. It always does, right? Long hours, shared stress, someone noticing the little things. He laughed at my jokes, told me I was wasted on a quiet life, made me feel like I was still the version of myself from years ago, the one who turned heads when she walked into a room. I told myself it was harmless at first, just flirting, just attention. Then it wasn't. 11 months. That's how long I kept it going. I built a whole system around it. Separate email, messages deleted the second I read them, random errands that somehow always took me near cheap hotels. I paid cash, kept my stories straight, even had friends covering for me when needed. They called it finding myself again. Said I deserved excitement. I believed them because it made what I was doing feel less ugly. Looking back, I wasn't careful. I was arrogant. I thought I was smarter than my own life. The night everything ended didn't come with yelling or accusations. No dramatic confrontation. No thrown plates or slammed doors. He just asked me to sit down. That alone should have scared me. He opened his laptop, turned it toward me, and there it was. Everything. Messages I thought were gone. Receipts I thought were untraceable. Dates, times, places. It was like looking at a timeline of my own betrayal laid out with brutal precision. I don't know how long he had known. Days? Weeks? Months? I started talking immediately. Excuses, tears, apologies, all tumbling over each other. I don't even remember what I said. None of it mattered anyway. He didn't raise his voice, didn't interrupt. He just lifted his hand slightly and said, "Calm as anything. I'm not going to fight you. I'm just going to leave." That was it. No anger, no begging. No attempt to fix anything. He packed a single bag that night. Before he left, he went into the kids' room, kissed them on the forehead while they slept, and walked out without looking back. The silence he left behind was louder than any argument we could have had. I thought that was the lowest point. It wasn't. The next morning, my phone wouldn't stop vibrating. At first, I thought it was him. Maybe he changed his mind. Maybe he wanted to talk. It wasn't him. It was everyone else. Co-workers. My sister. People from church I hadn't spoken to in months, even acquaintances I barely knew. Confused messages, then concerned ones, then cold ones. That's when I saw the email. He hadn't yelled, he hadn't fought, he hadn't tried to take anything from me in the divorce. He just told the truth, one long, detailed message sent to my entire world. Work, family, community, no insults, no exaggeration, just facts, timelines, and proof. He didn't need to ruin me. I had already done that myself. Within a week, I was asked to take time off from work. My position quietly disappeared not long after. People at church stopped sitting near me. Friends who once encouraged me suddenly didn't want to be associated with me anymore. Even the ones who helped me lie faded out when things got real. My family, that was the hardest. The disappointment in their voices wasn't loud, but it cut deeper than anything else. And him? He never argued over the house, never fought for assets, never dragged things out. He just walked away clean. Meanwhile, I lost everything piece by piece, without him ever raising his voice. That's the part no one tells you about betrayal. You expect chaos, drama, a fight you can push back against. You don't expect quiet. You don't expect someone to step aside and let your own actions speak so loudly that there's nothing left to defend. I used to think being ignored was the worst feeling. It's not. The worst feeling is realizing the person you hurt didn't think you were worth fighting over anymore.